Hello, wonderful people. Here we are back again in nature, the best place ever. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for the first time. If you're the first time here, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back if you've been here before. My name's Jacob Luskin. I'm the owner of Luskin Life Coaching, and here's my weekly live broadcast. Again, I'm in nature. I was just reflecting. I have a little book I carry with me. It's so funny. It says Tacoma Vet Center on the front. So anybody who knew that I worked at the Tacoma Vet Center way back in the day, don't tell anybody I still got this book. No, it's just a little notebook. And I just like to write my thoughts down because I don't believe that you'll actually remember your cool thoughts if you try to wait to write them down. So I try to unburden my mind and just write down my thoughts as I have them. And it was funny because one of the thoughts I wrote in here was that I have my best thoughts when I'm in nature. So good reminder. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the life purpose topic. I sent out a newsletter on Monday talking to, trying to come up with a description for a life purpose, which is no easy feat. But I recognize that maybe it was a little in the clouds, a little high level, maybe not realistic, or could have been challenging to understand. And that makes sense, right? Like life purpose, that's what we're all, everyone's trying to scramble to get. But definitely, on my veteran journey, it's been a big piece. And since I got out in 2015, here I am 7 years later, I feel like I'm on that path. And every single one of those days up until now has contributed, and every day going forward will contribute. But with the life purpose thing, what is it? How do you know? How do you know you found it? How do you know it's there? And I use a couple of words that I think, aren't necessarily in the veteran vocabulary, but they're definitely in the coaching vocabulary. And I wanted to kind of bring them up here again. So joy is an important one. I'm gonna fix the light. Yeah, joy, non-judgment, and manifesting. Right. Those are like some big ones. So let's start with joy. And joy it kind of goes along with non-judgment because you are just in a space where there is no judgment on you. You are just having a good time with what you're doing. What you're doing has meaning to you, and no one can bring you down, right? Like no one can take away my joy. That type of feeling. And I would say most everybody in their life has felt joy at some point. And if you haven't, definitely hit me up. Let's talk about how to find some joy in your life. But as a veteran, that can kind of go away when you lose that purpose of what you're doing. And you come out into this world, into the real world, I guess, or the post-military world, and every day you wake up is not full of purpose, and it's not the same. It's not what's really driving you. And so to connect with what you can make your new purpose, you need to be able to feel that joy. And non-judgment too, right? That's so important for purpose because we are programmed to judge, right? Our brains are programmed to judge. As soon as you decide, like you can test it out today, as soon as you see something that you need to do, your brain will just start saying, nope, you don't need to do that. I don't think you need to do that. That's too hard to do. Or try and be creative. Go and write down the thing you've always wanted to write, sing a song you've always wanted to sing, do the dance you've always wanted to dance, and see how long it takes your brain to tell you, oh no, stop doing that. That's not good enough. So non-judgment, and as coaches, we try to get to this space where we don't apply good or bad to anything. So try descriptions of things that aren't good, or bad. Try interesting, creative, fun, full of joy, powerful, empowering. These are all words that don't have a judgment attached to them. And then manifesting. Oh, and then there's another one too. Manifesting. And this is more of one of those words like, what does that mean? And manifest just means to create. It just means to bring something into the world. And so when you have an idea in your head that you put to paper or you make it a real thing, and it goes from your brain to the real world, that's manifesting. And why is that important? How does that tie into life purpose? Well, it's not like you're born with this. I don't believe you're born with this purpose inside you that is some job that exists in the world. I believe that we find that purpose that we resonate with, that's the word I'll get to, that exists in the real world. And there's just something within us, and whether it's a desire to help or create or learn or build, or 1,000 other things, that there is something in this world that aligns with that. And then we resonate with that. And if it doesn't exist, then create it, then make it. You know, nothing was a job until it was, until somebody made it a job, until somebody made it a profession. And so I invite you to, when you find that thing that brings you joy, or you understand that piece of you that resonates with joy, make that your own, make that yours. And so let's cover this word resonate, and it goes with joy, but it's when you're on the same frequency or tune or wave as something else. And so right now, talking to you about this resonates with me, because this has been my journey for at least the last 7 years, for sure the last 6 months, just trying to grasp, like, what is all this? And where is it? And the truth is, it's inside of you. It already exists in you. The purpose is there. And now that you have the vocabulary to kind of go with it, how do you want to manifest that in the world? How do you want to invent it or reinvent it if it already exists? So that's my chat today about life purpose. You know, thanks for joining me. I see my beautiful wife just jumped on, which is great, and she'll go back and watch watch the video. But I really appreciate everybody being here and listening to me talk about, you know, life purpose concepts and some of the vocabulary that goes with it. I am so close to being done with my website. You guys are in for a treat. So that's coming along. And yeah, special shout out to my family this week, who's been really supportive. It's been a bit of a struggle, but here I am still. So thanks again, and leave a comment. You know, hit me up with an email. Appreciate you guys. And signing off from nature.